What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. We have the OG original Across the Board cast today. You have myself, Alpha Dog Bets, here with JD from Line Movers. JD, it's always nice when we get a vintage me and you two-man game episode. How are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna be fun. This definitely reminds me of last far as really like summertime, man. It was just me and you like all summer long. And it was then after that when football started, when we started to add other pieces in. But yeah, man, this is like just like we keep saying, this is how we built the show, and yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Hell yeah, bro. It's always a good time, just me and you. We've been crushing MLB, so today we have a beautiful 5-game slate we're breaking down. I'm sure everybody who's in here already knows. But we have a full day slate of baseball today, so I'm excited to dive into it with the first pitching off in just over an hour. JD, what we do on this show is we always recap how we did the day prior. So we're going to start with that today. I'm going to start with you. How did you do yesterday?
We'll start off with back on Monday as far as our show picks. I actually believe that those went really well.
Yep.
As far as actually best bets, I think I hit 2 out of 3 there. Yesterday was definitely a good baseball day. It was definitely a good basketball day. Tennis was a little bit down though, but yeah, man, definitely rolling along here.
There we go. I'll speak about my day yesterday. So we did have a parlay with the Mets yesterday, who blew that parlay. We did catch the other legs, and the Mets did screw us. And their other free play was the over in the Cubbies and the Athletics, and I believe that hit in the third inning. So it was nice to get a sweat-free win there. All right, JD. Well, just two of us. Just the two of us. We got a 5-game slate. You ready to start getting into the games?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro. We're diving right in for the people today. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns, put them in there. We're addressing every single one. But we're first starting off with the 1-5 Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Why are we talking about a 1-5 Pittsburgh Pirates game? Who cares? Well, it's Paul Skeens Day. It's Paul Skeens Day. He's going for the Pirates, and he's going up against Ryan Pepiot of the Tampa Bay Rays. Both pitchers did not get a decision in their first start of the year. Paul Skeens is 0-0 with a 3.3 ERA, while Ryan Pepiot was 0-0 as well with a 1.5 ERA. The 1-5 Pirates are favored here. They are minus 120. JD, what do you got?
Yeah, man. Paul Skeens Day. Man, his actual first start, I mean, like, he didn't pitch bad. He pitched, I believe it was 5 innings. It may have been 5.1. He actually gave up 3 hits. He gave up 2 earned runs. He actually walked 2, struck out 7. But that was against a Miami lineup that I'm not very high on. Yeah. So, you know, it was that first start. You know, you can't really take a whole lot from that. As far as on the other side, as far as actually Pepiot goes, he actually definitely had a good start. He actually pitched 6, gave up 6 hits, but only gave up 1 earned run. He only walked 1 and struck out 8. I believe that was against the Rockies, though. So, I mean, it was a really good start, but once again, that's
take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. Basically, in this game here, I really think that most people are going to see like Paul like Skeens here and just like see this price and be like, man, this is a great price. But if you really look at it, I mean, you have to have the bats to back him up.
Yep.
And they just don't. As far as this whole actually like offense goes, like I just don't trust them whatsoever here. So actually, like as far as actually starting pitching goes, I mean, yes, like they actually have an edge. I really don't think it's a huge edge though.
Agreed.
But then everywhere else, I mean, it's Rays. I mean, as far as the lineup, as far as the bullpen and everything, I mean, it is actually like advantage Rays.
I mean, JD, take a look at how the 2 games have gone in the series. This is the last game of the series. This is the third and final game in it. The Rays are currently winning the aggregate 13-1. So over the 2 games, the Rays are up 13-1.
Yeah. So for like me, this is going to be a Rays actually full game play. This is small. This is like not a huge play for me. But I am going to be on the Rays money line here.
I am as well. The Rays money line coming in at plus 100 to me is definitely the only play you can make on this game. You can't back a Pirates team that has one run in their last two games. You take a look at how this team has done offensively this season as well, and it's hard to say it hasn't been a disaster. In the lineup today, they have one guy who has a home run, O'Neal Cruz. He's batting 211 on the year. He has that one home run, like I said. But let's go through the rest of the lineup for the Pirates today. Leading off, Adam Frazier. He's 3 for 15 on the year with 3 ribbies. He's batting 200. Their number 2 hitter, Brian Reynolds, one of their most expensive players. 6 of 26, he's batting 230. Their 3 hitter, I already went over him, O'Neal Cruz. He's batting 211. Their cleanup guy, Tommy Pham, 2 for 21. He's batting .095. Then you have Jack Sawinski batting .133. E. Brian Hayes batting 200. E. Rodriguez batting .083. And Jay Triolo batting .100. None of these guys are hitting right now. Not exactly. You can go through this lineup, and there's genuinely 2 to 3 guys who you can see here who you've never heard of before, like a Triolo, like a Rodriguez, guys that are career minor leaguers that they're coming up here and not producing. And to me, I just think it's a very difficult task for this Pirates team. They're going to be a team I'm not going to be high on probably for the foreseeable future of the season. I don't see a lot of spots I'm going to like this Pirates team unless they get some batters in their lineup because they really can't hit. And today especially, they don't have their guy Andrew McCutchen in there. He has been arguably their best hitter so far this year, and he won't even be in the lineup. So for me, it's definitely a Rays play, and I'm taking the full game at plus 100. I do think the wrong team is favored. What's up, J-Bo? Back to the comments. We appreciate you tuning in, bro. Like we always say, if you guys have any questions, any comments, put them in there today. It's just me and JD, as you can see today. We don't have our guy Hefe, so you guys want to give us some extra content, give us some questions. We are all for that. All right, JD, let's keep it moving, brother. Next game we're going to is a game I like a lot more than the first one, and we're going to the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners. I know, I'm sorry, JD. I could have said them in NFL form like you did so eloquently this morning, but we're staying with the baseball terminology here. For the Tigers, we have Tariq Skubal on the bump, reigning Cy Young winner. You wouldn't know that from his first start of the year, however, as he is 0-1 with a 7.2 ERA. On the other side, another great pitcher in the AL, probably, at least in my opinion, the best pitcher on the Seattle Mariners. We have Luis Castillo coming in 0-1 with a 3.6 ERA. Neither of these guys had a particularly great first start. Both of them picked up a loss, but it's going to be a pitcher's duel today, in my opinion. What do you think, JD? Break it down. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, just like you said, actually, like neither guy really had a great start. Yes.
Yes, that's JD. That's a great comment. I
Yeah,
have
it
to
is.
put that up and stop you for a second. It
Yeah.
is a Skeens tax. That's exactly what you're paying by taking the Pirates today. That's a great point, Parlay Prince. Don't fall for the tax.
100% agree there. Skubal, I believe is where I was at. Yes. That did not look like a normal start for him. He pitched 5. He gave up 6 hits, gave up 4 earned runs, and actually only struck out 2. That was against the Dodgers, though. And as far as Dodgers, I believe we've all seen what actually they're actually doing. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to completely throw it out, but I am going to give him a pass.
That's fair.
So that's why I still in this game I'm like really want to watch this game to just see like what they like look like here. For me though, this is as far as the Tigers side, this is a cheap price. That actually once again I am gonna Joe. Yeah, this actually would actually be a Tigers on the money line play here. I am going to play it. I'm going to play it very small though. So that's kind of like these first 2 games here. I definitely like the sides. They're teams I just want to see more from. So I'm not going to, go big on them, but I am going to have a small play though.
Yeah, I definitely can respect that. I would lean if I was on a side here. I do think the Tigers do get it done. But for me here, guys, it's going to be the under. I think we're going to see a classic pitching battle. These two guys know that they're facing one of the best pitchers in the AL. They're both one of the best pitchers in the AL, respectively. And I think they're going to really go at each other today and battle. Neither of these lineups particularly scare me for that today. And I do think we should see a low score here. It's a little scary with the line being 6.5. A lot of 6.5 lines do go over. That's normally a line I like to avoid and take the over on that line.
Normally love overs there.
I do normally love the over on that 6.5 line. But this early in the year, with these two high caliber level pitchers, I do think this one will stay low. So give me the under 6.5. It is going to be a best bet for me. I'm going to let it out early. It's one of my favorite plays of the day. I just think that both teams really are going to struggle on the offensive side. I did just get a report here, JD. I was pulling up here from the Pirates Senior Director of Sports Medicine, Todd Tomczyk. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He has just stated Brian Reynolds is currently experiencing right tricep soreness. He's been able to hit the ball, but he can't throw the ball. That's arguably their best player. So that's another reason for the Pirates right now that they have a lot going on internally, and they don't have a lot going on in the right way. So one of their best hitters, arguably their best hitter, Brian Reynolds, he's able to hit, but he can't throw the ball right now. Not a good sign for the longevity of his season right now. And maybe that's why he is struggling as much as he has been. All right, JD, let's keep it moving. We're still going over 3 games today, and we have another game I absolutely love, except I hate the team for what they did to my parlay yesterday. But we will move on. We have the New York Mets taking on the Miami Marlins. JD, the Mets are 2-3. The Marlins are 4-2. I don't think if anyone would have told us that, Wednesday, April 2nd, we're talking about the Mets-Marlins game, who would have thought that the Marlins have been the significantly better team this season? But they have been early on. Pitching for the Mets, former Yankees closer, Clay Holmes, second start of the season. He's 0-1 from his first start. He does have a 3.86 ERA. In Holmes' first start being back as a starter, he went 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits and had 4 walks, so he did not look good in his debut as a starter. On the other side, we have Connor Gillespie from the Miami Marlins. He looked worse than Clay Holmes looked in his first start. Connor Gillespie gave up a ton of runs here. He allowed 4 hits and 4 walks as well as a homer, but his ERA is elevated all the way to a 5.5, so he did not have a good showing in his first game. Now, the Mets did lose to the Marlins last night 4-2. JD, do they bounce back tonight and get on the winning ways? What do you got?
I think so. Really, as far as Holmes goes here, we joked, about him being their opening day guy.
Yep.
And it kind of still is a joke, but after watching him again, I forgot how nasty actually some of his stuff is. He just gives up a lot of walks. And actually that's where his issue is. If he can just cut those down, he's good. But anyway, so that's just kind of what I'm seeing here. Walks, I think he gave up 4 actually in that first game.
He did 4 walks.
This is an actual lineup though that I think that actually he should be able to actually get through. It's just the walks. He just has to limit those. There's the main key there. But on the other side, I think just like Monday when we talked about it, we talked about how the Mets, the offense was just ice cold. But that Monday spot was such a good spot for those bats to heat up. Well, I think the same here today. I think the bats are going to heat up. I'm really expecting them to put up quite a few runs here to a day. I also like the fact that the Mets lost the game last night. Mm-hmm. So that means as far as to win this actually series, they actually need this win. And as far as the Astros go to start the year, they actually did not win that one. So to get that series win, you always want to get that first series win. And I think today is just such a great spot for that. So give me the Mets on the run line here.
It's a tough ask for Gillespie today. You take a look at how this guy's done his career. He's 27 years old, but he is a shorter pitcher. He is only 5'11", which is short for a starter. He was a reliever earlier in his career. Today's going to be his second career start. His numbers overall, as a reliever, were not great. And his first start this year did come against the Pittsburgh Pirates, so we just kind of went over. They have no lineup. He got rocked by the Pirates. He allowed 4 hits, 4 walks, a homer, and gave up 3 earned in just 5 innings. So the Mets lineup is not the Pirates. There's a very deep, talented lineup that was not really able to get going last night. They have a big opportunity to get going today in this spot. One play I like on this game, it's not an official play, but I do like the over 8.5. If I were to pick something specifically for just one straight bet, I would take the over in this game. I do think we're going to see runs. I do think Clay Holmes will get hit a little bit, and I think that Gillespie will get hit pretty hard. I do have a parlay on this game as well with the Mets on the money line. I do think they close this series out as well. The second game, we are not going over, so I'll just give that out here. I am parlaying them with the Padres. I do think that parlay is going to be money and cash today. You can get that at a plus 130, and that is my official play. So it is going to be the Mets on the money line parlayed with the Padres. But if you're looking for just a straight play on this game, I do like the over a lot, the over 8.5. All right, JD, let's keep it moving to the other side of town, where the Arizona Diamondbacks are taking on the New York Yankees. The D-backs are coming in 3-2 on the year. They had an impressive win last night over the Yankees. The Yankees had a pretty decent lead. I believe they were up 4-2 for the majority of that game. And then in the the seventh inning, the Yankees got absolutely shelled to the bullpen. Tim Hill came in, did a pretty bad job. A couple other relievers came in, did not do a great job. So the D-backs were able to tee off on the Yankees bullpen yesterday. They hit a late grand slam to give them the big lead. In today's battle, we have Zach Gallen pitching for the D-backs. Gallen, normally a very good pitcher, has had a very good career. Did not have a very good first start of his season this year. He is 0-1 on the year with a 9.0 ERA. In 4 innings of work, he gave up 4 hits, 4 walks, and a homer. And he's taking on Carlos Rodon, who looked absolutely fantastic in his first start with the Yankees this season. Rodon is the ace of this Yankees team so far this year. He's going to need to be without Garrett Cole being there, and he looked like it in his first start of the year. He's 1-0, 1.6 ERA in 5 1/3 innings of work. He had 7 strikeouts. He did allow a homer, but he did keep that ERA low at a 1.69. JD, do the Yankees bounce back tonight and get a win against the D-backs at home, or do the D-backs pick up a second win against the New York Yankees?
The Yankees on a side would be definitely how I lean here, but I'm definitely going to be playing this game a little different way. And as far as last night's game, the Yankees lost, so yeah, I actually you didn't like that. But if you've been listening to me, you know that I played that full game over. So I definitely liked it. This game here, as far as actually Zach Gallen goes, just like you said, that first start was not good. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, he gave up 4 earned runs, and also walked 4. The main thing I noticed there, his fastball, he wasn't throwing that actually quite as hard, and it had no life to it whatsoever.
None. You're so right. That fastball was dead.
Yeah. And now he's going up against an actual Yankees offense here who is rolling along great here. Last night with actually runners in actually scoring position, they were 0 for 8 and still put up 5 runs. What I'm going to target here is going to be the Yankees team total over. I'm personally going to go with the 4.5 here. You can actually get that at plus 115. If you want to go 3.5, you can. You're just going to have to lay some juice. But that 4.5 line, they've actually hit that in actually 3 or 4 games this actually season so far. And to me, as far as the side, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go with Gallen, who, just actually once again, it was just his first start, but seeing his fastball like it was, that I just did not like that whatsoever.
I agree.
And if he brings that here tonight, the Yankees are going to smack him. So yeah, absolutely love. Give me Yankees team total over 4.5.
There we go. Parlay Prince, I do see your question here about the A's game. JD, prepare for that because I know that's not on our schedule, but I do have a play in that game. So I am going to go over it after I break down my Yankees take here. And this is probably going to come as a shock to all of you, but I am going to be on the Yankees money line tonight in this game. The Yankees bats are hot. There's no other way to put it. And if the bullpen didn't implode last night, they would still be undefeated. I'm not a huge fan of the D-backs lineup this year. We all know that they lost a big piece in Christian Walker last year. And this team, they look okay, but I just don't think they're at the same caliber of what the Yankees are right now. And you take out that 7th inning last night, the Yankees would have won that game easily, which I know very easy to say, take out an inning, but maybe they don't go with the same relievers in today's spot. The Yankees are home yet again. The Yankees do a great job of winning series early in the year, and the only way the Yankees can win this series against the D-backs is to win today and to win tomorrow. And they have Carlos Rodon in the bump. They have no excuses for this game, and the bats will stay hot. I do think the Yankees score a bunch of runs off Gallen as well. JD, I think you made a fantastic point. Gallen's fastball was dead. That was the one thing, and I keep bringing that up because it's funny you mentioned it. JD and I did not talk about this earlier, but that is what I came in here planning to say, is that his fastball usually has life to it. It's moving a little bit from inside to outside. It didn't. It was flat, and hitters were absolutely teeing off. The Yankees right now, if you're going to pitch the same way to them, they are going to capitalize on those pitches. And I do think the Yankees are going to have a big performance here. So give me the Yankees on the money line, guys. You can currently get that at a -140. It's exactly what we are going to be playing. All right, JD, the next game, we don't have a typed out thing for it. We were not planning on doing it. And we still have another game after that. But I do want to touch on the Athletics game today. So let me pull that up. It's the Athletics taking on the Cubbies. That game is coming to you live from 3:35 Eastern time is the first pitch. Pitching for the Cubbies today is Jamison Tyone. Tyone is 0-1 on the year with a 12.5 ERA. In 4 innings of work, Tyone gave up 9 hits and 2 homers in his first start this year. On the other side is Jeffrey Springs, former Rays pitcher. Springs is 1-0 in the year with a 0 ERA. In 6 innings of work, Springs gave up 3 hits, had 9 strikeouts to only 1 walk. Yet again, he did not give up a run. JD, do you like anything on this game, or do you want me to go into why I have a play on this game?
I don't really have much here because I think it's priced well. I actually do have the A's as the favorite here in the -128 range. So showing a little bit of value there. I have the runs, the total sitting here at 8.7. The over would be just how I would have to lean. As far as the series so far, I mean, it's been a very high scoring series. So I would just lean that way. But yeah, I really don't have anything here.
Well, JD's lean is my official play. Sent it out to clients earlier today. I am on the over in this game, and I think we all know why. We've seen these teams put up a ton of runs. And to be honest, JD, how do you feel about taking overs right now with the new torpedo bats, the way the games are going? We're seeing more runs. Do you think right now we have an advantage over the books with the totals right now? I do think they're going to adjust, but do you think there's an advantage betting overs right now with the bat situation?
I mean, the bats, not like everybody's using them.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say just because of that, and then you have some of those guys using that bat that are not doing well.
Absolutely.
But the guys that have learned to hit with it are doing very well, though.
Did you take that into account for your Yankees play? Because I know you have the team total, and the Yankees, basically the entire team has those torpedo bats. So you can identify what teams you know that are using it and being successful, such as the Reds with Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, is anybody going to bet him to not get a hit right now after his 2-homer monster performance the first time he used the new bat? I don't think so. But I do think there are teams like the Yankees right now where their team total continues to be like a 3.5, 4.5. That's a mispriced line.
Yeah, I was about to say that's kind of I'll just go ahead and let that out. There is where I'm trying to target as far as actually Yankees team total overs or either the full game over.
Yeah.
Each like game is its own separate thing, so it just actually depends on that certain game. But yes, that is something that I'm definitely looking at. This early in the season, overs is not something you normally target a lot of. But as far as this season, yes, you have seen there actually being more overs though. So I wouldn't say just as a general statement to target more, but no, I do think there are certain teams.
There's spots.
In certain spots to definitely do it.
I agree. I think you need to understand the dynamic of what's going on right now in the MLB and know which teams are currently ahead of the curve with the bats, because there are multiple teams that have guys that have been successful, and those are the teams that are ahead of the curve. So figure out what you guys like from that and take advantage of that, because right now I do think if you could find those spots, such as the Yankees, who have hit that in every single game this year, it's going to adjust in a couple weeks. But for now, you may be able to make some good coin finding those spots and taking advantage. In this specific game with the Cubs and the Athletics, I'm taking the over 8.5, like I said. Let's take a look at how Cubs games have gone this season. Yesterday against the Athletics, 11 total runs. Game before that, 21 total runs. Game before that, 16 total runs. Game before that, 7. So that was their low scoring game. But then the game before that, 9 total runs. For the Athletics, similar numbers, 7-4, 18-3, 7-0. So we're seeing a lot of high scoring games on both ends here. Jamison Tyone did not do a good job in his first game. I could see the Athletics getting off on him early. And we just saw yesterday the Cubs bats go off for 7 runs. So I think the bats of the Cubs will be alive in this game as well, and they'll be able to do their their part and put up some runs too. So this is an official VIP play for me. I am on the over 8.5 in the Athletics versus the Cubs today. JD, we have one more game left to talk about today, and I'm sure it's a game you're not too excited about, so I do apologize. As our resident Braves expert, man, it's been tough. It's been tough to watch you guys. 0-6 Braves taking on the touchdown 7-0 Los Angeles Dodgers. JD, first of all, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What's going on?
I was gonna say it's been tough, but they have been getting me paid though.
It's true. I can confirm. Every day we've come on this show, the Braves specialist JD has said fade the crap out of the Braves.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, they just can't get hits. I mean, it just kind of comes down to actually that. I mean, they do. I mean, as far as the series start the year, I mean, like these were two very actually tough ones. So I'm actually looking forward to the next couple weeks because I think some of the prices that we're going to get on the Braves are going to be really good now. And these bats, they are going to heat up. But yeah,
they can't do worse. They cannot do worse.
So yeah, it's one of those things where I mean it's going to come around. It's just when.
And it's probably a tough spot going up against former Cy Young winner Blake Snell tonight. So I'm assuming tonight may not be the spot you think that the Braves are going to get on the win column.
Yeah, Snell, he, as most people know, he normally starts off the season kind of actually slow. His first start of the season, he definitely did not have his actually best stuff, but still made a solid start though. So against this Braves lineup currently, I'm actually not really worried about that. But on the other side, you have actually Elder, and actually he's making his first start of the season against a Dodgers team in a small sample size, has smacked him. He has not done well against them in the past. He's also given up a lot of walks to actually them. And today, I really think this Dodgers offense is going to have a day here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do too.
I really do. It's been simple. Like I've told y'all, I bet against the Braves almost every game, and I've also bet on the Dodgers every single game.
Me too.
So far this season. So nothing's going to stop here, guys. Give me the Dodgers on the run line.
Let's keep circling the wagons, JD. We're going to keep it rolling here. I have the Dodgers in a parlay as well, minus 250. I can't take them straight, and I definitely can understand why you're taking the run line here. I'm parlaying them. Let me give you 1 second. I'll pull up the exact parlay because we had a question about it from J-Bo. Any info on the Phillies game? Well, brother, that's the second leg of this parlay. I am on the Dodgers and the Phillies as my second parlay today. I have 2 of them. I have a total of 6 total plays, 2 parlays. And like I said, this is the second of my 2 parlays. I gave you the first one earlier. So I've given you guys all my VIP parlays today. But yes, Dodgers, Phillies on the money line at minus 110 is going to be my second parlay. Man, JD, I know you're a Braves guy, but losing Profar had to just absolutely gut this team. Not only could they not hit, not only could they not get wins across the board, but their big free agent signing, a 31-year-old guy who broke out last season, who was going to be the big piece they expected to be in their lineup every single day, was popped for PEDs and steroids and now has an 80-game suspension. Not only does he have the 80-game suspension, he's banned for the postseason. So even when he comes back, he is going to be banned for the postseason. I think that has taken an absolutely massive toll on this Braves team, their mentality, because he was supposed to be the guy they brought in to be the difference maker. He was going to help them improve. And JD, as a Braves fan, do you still think he's a good player? Because he's only had 1 good year in his career. Profar broke out in his age 30 season. And then right when the season starts this year, he gets popped for PED. So I think it's safe to assume that last year was a PED year for him.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, it makes it makes a lot of sense. That's why he actually had that breakout year. It just sucks though, man, especially with the timing of it. With this Braves on the road to start the season against, the Padres and Dodgers here, it's just a tough start to the season. And of course they can't do anything right. They can't get any hits. And then this just coming up on top of everything. It's just definitely not just the whole Braves vibe is just not very good currently.
Yeah. I mean, the locker room had to be juiced up for the season. New year. We're one of the better teams in the NL. And then you lose a guy of that caliber. And I know that the guys in the locker room are saying the same thing. Fuck. This was a product of the juice. And when he comes back, he's going to go back to being a 240, 250 hitter like his career. And I truly believe that's going to happen. It really is a shame that somebody is going to do that in today's day and age. And let's be honest here. He got paid. What are you doing? Still taking, you just got a guaranteed 3-year, $42 million deal. The only way you can fuck it up is by doing what you did. So, I mean, couldn't be a worse situation for the Braves right now. Couldn't be a worse start to the season. But, JD, it's a long year. They can bounce back. And I would like to see these Braves make a few trades at the deadline and improve this team because they have real potential here to be a good team. I just think they need a couple more pieces to really tie everything together. We have a little breaking news, JD. No, go ahead first.
Well, I was just going to say that. And they still don't have all of their pieces back. They are close to being back. So I think once actually like Acuna gets actually back in the lineup, he's a big piece, man.
to say it a little bit.
I mean, he does so much, but just him just drawing a walk is great because then on the base paths, he's gonna eat you. I mean, he just makes the pitcher think so much more.
Yep, could agree more.
And then actually that just affects everything else. So it's just such a key piece.
And Strider too. You need your ace back as well.
And Strider, I think I may not. I think he made a start in AAA.
Joe, this is crazy.
Legalize it.
Legalize that. Listen, we all love the Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa race for the home run king, but come on, we can't have juice back in the game. Stop it.
But anyway, I think that they're going to, just when they get these pieces back, I think you'll see some actually type of long run from actually.
I agree. The season is not lost for the Braves. They will go on a run. They will get back in contention. I'm very positive they will still have somewhat of a decent year. I think they will still compete this season, JD. So don't be too down too yet. I know the Yankees look fantastic, phenomenal. Some would say incredible. And the Braves don't. But it's a long year. Little breaking news before we go into best bets. It's not about baseball. It's a little bit of a little NBA news, a little Hall of Fame inductee. Carmelo Anthony has been alerted as of 5 minutes ago that he will be headlining the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2025. Very cool to see Melo get in the Hall of Fame. He had a great career, and I very much enjoyed watching him play basketball. So we got to let you guys know that's the new breaking news we're seeing out of the sports world right now. All right, JD. One thing left we still have to do on the show. We have about 1,000 people in here right now. By the way, we know it's a two-man game. We know you guys love Hefe. We love Hefe too. But you guys coming and chilling with just the two of us today means a lot to the both of us, so we really do appreciate that. JD, you ready, brother, to give the people the best bets for today, Wednesday, April 2nd?
Yes, sir, for sure. For me, going with the Mets on the run line, I think this is just a great spot for them here this afternoon. And then the nightcap, I'm gonna go with the old faithful here, if you would say. Let's go with the Dodgers on the run line, man.
Love it. For me, Yankees on the money line, and then we're taking the under 6.5 in that Tigers-Mariners game today. Get your phones out, guys. Take your screenshots. You can see the best bets on the screen now. I'm on the Yankees, like I said, and the Tigers-Mariners under 6.5. JD's got the double minus 1.5. He's got the Mets. He's got the Dodgers. And JD. It's been a fun show, brother. I always enjoy just hopping on with you. Any other things you want to talk about today? Any other news we're breaking? Any other games you want to talk about? Or are we just going to get the hell out of here today?
You know, I'd have to say, as far as this show here, we're actually doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're thinking about bringing it back to 5 days per actual week. So if y'all could do us a favor, this is completely free for actually y'all. If y'all can take 1 second and just click the like button.
Seriously.
If you want to share it, sure. But just do us that little one favor. Just actually hit the like button. So we can just spread this around more. And then if we do that, then actually y'all can see more of us. So yeah, there's all that is all that I have, man.
JD, now I have to say something because I am with you, brother. We want to be back here 5 days a week with you guys. We want to be here every single day at noon breaking on the MLB. We need you guys to hit that like button. We'd appreciate a share as well. The more viewers, the more likes, the more we're able to get on here and give you guys as much time as possible. So please, if you guys enjoy the show, if you guys love watching us, come on here and break it down and have fun with you guys as well. Smash that like button. Hit the retweet button. Let's get as many people in here as possible. We have a little over 1,000 right now, which is fantastic. We appreciate every single one of you. And our goal is to be back on here 5 days a week in this baseball season. Just letting you guys know that is our goal. So we appreciate every single one of you. JD, you got to do the thing, brother.
Guys, this is a great baseball slate. I absolutely love it. We actually gave y'all some, well, actually quite a few plays here. So let's fucking win, guys.
Let's fucking win. We'll be back on Friday, and we will have Hefe back as well, so nobody worry. I know J-Bo's out there missing him. So we'll be back Friday, same time, same place. Let's fucking go, Yankees.